After global warming accelerated the melting of the glaciers, an ancient organism began to awaken beneath the Arctic ice. When the team saw the parasite eggs growing inside the polar bear and the terrifying speed at which they were reproducing, the entire laboratory instantly fell into crisis. Realizing how serious the situation was, Ellie quickly helped her companions wrap the assistant's body in a sheet and drag it back into the lab, sealing it inside with the infected polar bear for quarantine. Meanwhile, Little Black stared at the wound on his arm as it began to rot and break down. In that moment, he realized the horrifying truth: he had been infected too. If he wanted to survive, the wound had to be dealt with immediately. Without hesitation, he grabbed a kitchen cleaver and asked his friend to cut off his arm. After a painful pause, the friend steeled himself and swung the blade. But the cleaver was dull, and it took several brutal chops before the arm was finally severed. Ellie rushed over and quickly bandaged the stump to stop the bleeding. While searching through the first aid kit, she unexpectedly discovered a set of notes left behind by her father, David. It turned out that before the students had even arrived, David had already conducted extensive research on the parasite. According to his notes, the creature wasn't actually a worm at all, it was a type of vertebrate. The males were harmless, aside from delivering a painfully sharp bite. The females, however, were far more dangerous. They would burrow into a living host to reproduce, laying eggs that would later hatch and devour the host from the inside. Along with the notes, David had also left behind several videotapes. Unfortunately, the only working video player was inside the assistant's bag. In order to learn more, Ellie had no choice but to take the risk herself. Fully geared up, she carefully lifted the sheet covering the corpse, only to freeze in shock when she saw that the assistant's body had already been reduced to nothing but a skeleton. Fighting back her fear, she located the video player. But just then, a swarm of parasites began creeping toward her. Luckily, her companion shouted a warning in time, allowing her to escape before it was too late. Time was running out. They had just started playing the tape when a parasite suddenly appeared inside the room. Everyone rushed outside to track down where it had come from. That was when they discovered the horrifying truth: another girl had already been infected, and the parasite inside her body was beginning to awaken.